Alright guys and gals, let's turn our attention to this mountain piece, and this is from the Explorer train by LEGO City. This is set number 60470. Contains over 1,500 pieces, retails for $209.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. So yes, we're going to be focusing on this today, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do all these bags or not in this installment. I may just do 4 or 5 in this installment, and 6 and 7 in a latter installment. Not quite sure yet. And remember in the last installment we did this snow rover thing and some kind of laboratory headquarters with the train track attached to it. So that's what this stuff over here is for. We just did this stuff. Okay. And it's been keeping my interest. It's not too bad. I just got to find a place to film this set. And the building guide is somewhat pretty easy to follow. We've had a few issues with this roof piece, but that's not too bad. But today we're going to be focusing on just bags 4 and 5. We'll see how well it goes. And in addition, the set does come with a brick separator to help with the build. Okay, let's begin with bag 4. Let's build it. That is the slogan of this channel. We have to build it in order to play with it, right? Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I may have to break this down into 2 installments. We don't know. We just started. Usually the unbaggings usually take forever, especially when they're papers, is I got to make sure all the parts are out. But when I start seeing a lot of small pieces, yeah, I'll probably have to break this. I don't want to make these too long of a video, and I've never seen anything like that before. And before I forget, let's turn on the ring light here. Okay. I'll tell you, if you're ever going to get into this, invest in a secondary light source. You know, a ring light is pretty good. Okay, well, I found the minifigure head. Alright. So when I start seeing a lot of pieces like this, there's some big pieces, medium and small. This is probably going to take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so we'll see what we can do. So we have a few mountain pieces, which I do have here. I did pre-read ahead of time. So we're going to start with the minifigure first. Usually I jump around, but for these I'm going to start keeping them more organized. Okay, I found the headgear. And yeah, let's see here. Let me get this. As I'm right here, and I don't want to just cut this off. I've been reading through a lot of the comments on here. I'm trying to catch up answering questions. I know I'm really behind. But at least I know these videos are coming helpful for you guys and gals. So I will try my best to make these as illustrative as possible. But eventually this will be the review. You know, just raw and uncut. And that's our... Bring him close here so you can see a better view of him. Since I've been taking advice from other YouTubers, move slow when you have autofocus. It doesn't have any weapons, so that's good. Now we're going to start on the base here. And yeah, we got a lot of pieces here to deal with today. And I'm going to have to film this in my kitchen when I'm done. So I'm trying to get this done lickety-split because a few of my bunch are going to be out of town, and yeah, it'd be nice to do the reviews uninterrupted. Dust on my bricks. Dusty Bricks. That'd be a name for a YouTube channel. Dusty Bricks, since they always get dirty. And really, you know, my whole intent in this channel originally was these were just my notes. They were never meant to be how-to videos. But I know more people are depending on that, and I never would have figured these ever to be such. So, you know, like I said, there's always room for improvement. I'm looking for some slopes here. At least they're not small pieces, but yeah, it's all white stuff today. Lego's go-to color. I mean, of course, we use it because it's snowy. Speaking of snowy and Janet there, hi. They always comment a lot on here, so I start seeing more comments. It's easy for me to remember them. There was another guy named Dan that used to comment a lot. I don't know what happened to him. There we go. Got the train track installed. And I think there's two pieces to this mountain, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing here. We got to use this goofy piece. And this goes, it snaps right inside this track here. So this is probably something to derail it. Like, oh, you want to go past? No, we're going to derail the train. Or I bet when the train rolls over, this flips up for something. You know what? You could probably use this with some kind of a sensor and bring down some crossing arms in a later portion of the track and probably get away with it. That's probably what it could be used for. We don't know yet. Yeah, I slept pretty good last night, and today is the 22nd of June 2025. It's a Sunday, so happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying your rest day before work. I need some column bricks. So I sound a little tired. I'm just relaxed today, but my goal is today is to try to get done with this building guide here in 2 installments. It's easy to digest these in smaller builds, so that's my whole goal is. And it's 3 studs, so these kind of hang over here. You just need to attach these to one side. I think these are going to probably use for hinges. I don't know. Yeah, we're building a mountain. This doesn't look like any mountain I've ever built before. But these are good little portions that you could use for your city. Oh, there it is. But it's just little inspirational builds that you can use for any one of your creations. This is kind of a nice color to have in this piece. Oh, but I did get a comment. One of you had asked, well, Jay, I don't see any other Lego ambassadors getting these sets, you know, or reviewing them for that matter. I'll just come out and bluntly say it was just because they were hung in customs. Oh, that's the mountain we need, this big one here. So a lot of them are probably focused on the theme sets. Well, I don't accept the big major themes. I don't accept like Ninjago or Star Wars, because those are just not really interesting to me, because I mostly do cityscape stuff. So, I focus more on these. And 2, another comment aroused up. You're the only one that still does this, or does the builds. Oh, there it is. I thought it rolled on the floor. I said, yeah. I said, because a lot of them, they want to play music and stuff, and in these, I don't blame them. I wish I could play some music in them, but we already know the story on that one. Sorry, record companies, you're not going to get me this time, because I am not playing any more of your Smurf tunes on here, and you could fill that word with anything you want. Make everything extra Smurfy today. We're just going to rant and rave and make these videos a little more exciting. I don't know what that's for. I saw the mountain piece on the cover. I mean, that looks pretty interesting. We'll see how that goes. I really want to see. There's a string, but it looked like it has a stud at the end. So we might get lucky. We may not have to tie any knots today. Okay, so they're using this as a rock face part here. And this is a small portion of a mountain compared to what a lot of the other A-falls built. But this is enough to kind of get you started on rock facades, and you can go and build your own stuff. Well, these are kind of a handy piece to have. And okay, so it's right here. So it's like a little snow cap there. Yeah, but we're just doing rock facades. And this is something I enjoy doing because I'm mostly into the scenic stuff. And oh, Lego. I'm already dinging parts off anyways for the scuffed parts, so it's just be careful with that. I mean, because I do a lot of the nature and scenic stuff, so this is kind of a treat. Because how often do we ever build landscape in Lego? Rarely, if ever. I mean, we rarely ever do. So building this here, okay, that doesn't go like that, obviously. Building something like this is a treat. I mean, we don't do this very often, so... I mean, how often do we build mountains and stuff in Lego? I mean, it doesn't have to be a big mountain. This is just enough to get you started here. Now, I would put these on first. We don't want to have any more catastrophic accidents here. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. We are doing pretty good. But I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I got to put together a door when I'm done with this. I've already spent like 10 or so minutes on here, 10 to 12 minutes on just this alone. And it's not bad. But I'm not breaking each one of these back. I could break them down into build installments, but that's just kind of dragging out the build too much today. And with despite all the really negativity stuff going on in the world right now, we got to have something fun to do. You know. If you get my drift. You know, every time I turn on the news, there's always something bad happening, and I'm just like, why don't we all just get along and do stuff like this and share our ideas? No one's ever wrong on how stuff's put together. If you notice on this channel here, I never correct a viewer. You know, we all build differently. You know, you get this set, you can put it any way you can put it together any way you wish. It's, you know, it's your model. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to follow the instructions. You know. And I always emphasize that. It's like we got ourselves a little icicle here. Okay, that goes right there. Boy, doesn't that look cold? Like it's just fresh fallen snow? Now today we're in the 80s. It's been exceptionally cool outside, which is fine by me because I can get some yard work done. And I'll probably do that. I need to set up a place to do these outside. And it'd be kind of cool to do these outside instead of in the shop. This is the Lego shop, the Lego studio. I don't ever call it a Lego room. It sounds kind of childish, like a playroom. Call it a man cave or something. Now, mind you, we're still on bag. Okay, we're going to have to do some technique here. I'm sorry, we have to do it. We're still on this first bag, and like I said, I'm definitely gonna be breaking this down. Maybe this thing's supposed to have a shaft in here, and then it causes an avalanche. I don't know. We'll see what this does. It comes with this big long shaft, so I have a feeling that goes in there. Yeah, I play around while I'm doing these things, you know. Some on here think I'm a professional doing this stuff. I'm not a professional by any means. This is just a hobby of mine. It means I do this for fun. You know, there's guys on YouTube who do this strictly for views and payment. I do this for fun. Okay, this is just something to cut down the screen time, because those who don't know, I'm a computer programmer, software engineer. And boy, I'm being a klutz today, Mr. Butterfingers again. But for me, I have to edit all this footage, and yeah, I'll be cooped up in front of the computer. Not too fun. Not too fun at all. It's starting to look like something, isn't it? I know some guys, they have these really fancy workstations for Lego. And for me, this is, except for, I may film a tutorial or maybe do a build on the other, where I used to, when I first started doing Lego, it was on my window seat. And I would just sit there and do Lego there because I had natural light flowing in and we can see what's going on outside. And I moved here because the light was more steady and I had a light overhead. And back in the day, I really didn't film these except in the daytime. Well, I'm back to filming them in days again, so I may end up being inclined to do that. Okay, that goes there. And yeah, so I got to think of how I want to do these. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this olive green, but you know, we're going to have to deal with it. And I'm starting to get a little bit parched, so you know, I got to get this done here. So we got some nice jagged rocks on this too. And yeah, that's if you're looking for some small models, here you go. And that's the one we need for the second layer. Okay, fits right in there, so we didn't mess up. Except it's binding. Now, one of you commented said you could not get some of your stuff put in your sets. First off, something stuck at the bottom. Okay, be careful with that. Wiggle it in. Just find a good, comfortable place to hold it and just wiggle it in. And I kid you not, wiggling. Wiggle and jiggle. It's the only way to get some stuff in there. You're going to have to wiggle it in there, especially when the table moves. Some have noticed that. It's on a carpeted surface, so it's not necessarily fixed. Now my shop is all tile floor, and I could easily build something on that without nothing rocking around. But I've been going through some caddies, tube caddies, so I've been trying to clean stuff out of there because I'd like to have a section of my shop for doing set reviews. And the table's bigger than this. I have a 12-foot counter I can work on, so I can work on several builds at one time and just slide the camera around. Matter of fact, it'd be easier to put the camera on wheels and just kind of unlock it and kind of move it around like a professional movie studio. I got to get out there and really clean it. I got that and furniture and stuff stored in there. It's more of a storage locker than anything else, but maybe one day I'll get to it. Alright, so that looks good. We are getting up pretty high here. Let me raise this up for you so you can see exactly where we're at here. And at least this one's a treat. Now, you may not be interested in these type of builds, but for me, I like building terrains. They're always fun. Be careful, these here want to cave in. So we got to wait to get those fortified up a bit. Alright. And yeah, I try my best to show every angle as possible. Like I mentioned, though, these were really just meant as my review notes, nothing more. At least this book has them highlighted in green. When it's red, I can't see it. This one here, they're in green. So I can see that a bit better than I could before. Okay, put that in there. And now we got to put this. Wait. Okay, this goes here with these guys. Alright. Sometimes I have to move it so I can see it too. I'm trying to keep everything angled so you can see it better. Like I said, I'm always game for trying to improve this channel a little bit more with what I have, up to my ability, you know, so I try to show every angle possible. But yeah, no drama to report today, thank goodness. And these right here are going to lock these pieces here in, so now we can finally get those locked in place. And yeah, so I think what we're going to be doing, and I'm kind of torn right now because we've been here for almost 20 minutes doing bag. We're not even 25% done with this book yet. Do I break this down instead of making these hour-long installments? I don't know. I'm trying to think here, and I don't want to just build too fast. I read some more comments, and a lot of you like the speed of building. I'm not trying to go like this and hurry up and get it done, because that's where my boo-boos happen. And I'm just debating if I should split these down into smaller installments. So, like mountain number 1, mountain number 2, and stuff like that. Because I think 20 to 30 minutes is a fair number right now. We've probably already reached 20 minutes of the video. And we really are still working strong on bag 4. So I thought, okay, this one's not too bad. So I think I'm going to break this down into smaller sections. It might be a little annoying for some, but for me personally, some people say they like the long videos. I'll have them in a playlist, so don't worry there. We already got these, got that. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of ways to do these, and just to get things done. And I'm already going to be honest, I'm already getting pooped at putting together sets. That's the bad thing about doing review offers, is they come in clumps. What? Oh, that is supposed to go in that hole. If something doesn't... Okay, that's just wanting to come apart. Something doesn't look right, back up. Okay, it's better to take a little time to check your work. And, yeah. So, what we're going to be doing here, I was hoping to build this into a clamshell. Or I may have to make this one extra long today. I don't know. I don't want to do a 40-minute video, to be honest with you. Editing an hour and a half or so 4K video, it takes a lot of time, lots of time, and I don't want to spend all my free time on the computer editing videos. Small sections are easier to do because a 30-minute video just takes a few hours to get done, and then I can deliver it quickly to you, which would be a lot better. Okay. That's what I'm trying to think of, is how to deliver the stuff faster to you, you know. And plus I'm limited on memory card space. Like right now I have 23 minutes left, and we're still working on bag 4. Yeah, so I think I'm going to break these down into smaller chunks. That's just more for me to edit, but they'll be faster in the long run here. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit everything in here. Plus I got to get some other videos edited, so while I'm making a backup copy of this, I can do this. Just imagine how long it takes me to do those campground mocks. Yeah, it takes that long if you ever watch those build installments on those. Yeah. That's right now we've been here for about 20-25 minutes. That's what I have a stopwatch, is to time myself to see how efficient I can get on these. And right now, yeah, this is good. And the reason why it also takes me a long time to do these is because I am illustrating and showing you guys some stuff. As a matter of fact, this looks like something that'd be fun to climb on with. This would be a good little climbing wall, like an obstacle. Okay, we got to make 2 of these. Let's just make them both real quick here. Okay, and this one obviously goes here. It's a good way to use these. I have a... Okay, Butterfingers. I have a bunch of these, so... in different types of grays, so that'd be a good idea to use those, huh? Kind of just use those up in a build. And... I think that's where that goes, yeah. And the other one goes over here. You got that snow cap at the top. Doesn't that look cold? Especially out here where it never snows. It looks cold, doesn't it? Okay, we got to rotate it. I wasn't paying attention. I'm being a bonehead again. Hey, you gotta love my style of reviews. I just cannot edit this stuff and make it boring. I gotta leave all the mistakes. Alright, well, I don't see these in dark blue very often. Alright, so this goes here. There's something that's hinged. Well, that's coming apart, but what would be hinged there, huh? Well, we don't know yet. We don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. We're almost there. And this goes in here. And they're so nice. That's crooked. So now they're being a little nice here with this. So it looks like this goes right in this hole here at the top. So let me make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Let me raise up my neck here real quick so you can get a better look at this. And like I said, I'm trying to make these where you can follow along with it. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to need to do here is you need to rotate this, and we need to fish this down through here. And then, if everything goes well, it should just lock in place. And I think when the train rolls over these, I think it's supposed to cause an avalanche or something. But that's what you're supposed to look like there. Somebody, I have a feeling someone's going to get stuck on that, because even I would have. At least they're nice to give us a one-to-one there. And this one goes up here, right there. Ooh, be careful with that. That is not secured at all. And yeah, it shows you right here how this works. So there's something that's going to fall off or activate with that. And that's what we have remaining for bag 4. And here's bag 5, and this one looks like it's full of a bunch of bigger stuff. So I think what I'm going to do here is to break this mountain piece down into 4 sections. I think that'd be better. And then I don't have to burn through as much memory card. So I got 15 minutes or 18 minutes on this card. Not a whole lot. But, oh, before I forget, thank you everyone for being contributors to this channel. I appreciate it. Or on my main channel, actually. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, my customers on Rebrickable for purchasing building guides, and my subscribers, viewers who comment. I appreciate it, even if you take the time to view or like the video. So please thumbs it up. And that tells me I'm doing a good job, and if not, just tell me in the comments what I can improve, and I'll try to do it. Summation of Thoughts. See, I almost forgot the shout-outs today. Summation of Thoughts. So it's not a bad build. So far it's keeping my interest, but yeah, you're going to have to take your time on this. Once it's done, it feels pretty sturdy, except for this portion at the track here. But this is not done yet by any means. So this is essentially what we have done here. And I could have just continued with bag 5, but I think I'm going to just break this one down into smaller portions for digestion. Makes it a lot better. But overall, I am pretty pleased with the set, and in the next installment, we'll put some more of this together. So tell me what you think.